Hey guys, a little quick video tonight. It's gonna be a couple minutes. So I've been having problems with my big drill press, and this is the spindle out of it right here. Basically, there's excessive runout, which means that you can't drill a hole to size, much less even really drill a hole, and especially in steel, it just shakes everything to bits. So tonight I've been playing around with the lathe, and what I've got here, the chuck on this lathe is still kind of stuck. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get that off, but or on the drill press, I'm sorry. But I've got a center held here in my tailstock, and inside this drill chuck, I actually have a little cylinder with a center hole drilled in it. So I machined it and drilled the center all while it was still in the chuck, which means that it's concentric to the machine. So any variation now is between these chucks and the spindle here. And likewise, I drilled a little center here. This is sort of a male center, and this one's a female center, so I can go against the actual center of the lathe. Again, I chucked this up, drilled it in place, and now the idea is that I've got a dial indicator here set to approximately 0. So as I rotate this very slowly, so I'm not putting any shake into it, you can see that it's moving 4 thousandths in that direction, and looks like about 4 thousandths. It's not obscene. You can see it's riding along right there, but it's not good either. So the next step is going to be to try to get this collar off of the drill press, and I don't know how to do that. My thought is this was originally a cross-pinned little bushing in there. So my thought was to take a grade 8 bolt or nut, bore that out to 5/8, which matches the shaft, put it on there, and I'd also bore whatever diameter that hole is out of like a grade 8 bolt. I can turn that on the lathe and then set this on, maybe even super glue it and put it on there like that. And then I've got some wedges to try to dislodge this chuck. So it's entirely possible that the spindle itself is fine, and I believe it's got a center on both ends that would let me put it in here without the chuck. But until I get it off there, I don't know. It's a decent grade chuck. I don't really have any complaints about it. I used it on the wood lathe a lot, and it was just fine. But on the drill press and milling machine just drill press, this is not the right taper for the mill on the big grizzly here. Not so happy. So the problem right now is that I don't have a 5/8 drill bit. I've got a 5/8 reamer from something else I was working on in this, I think. But I don't have a 5/8 drill bit, or just slightly under, and I don't have a boring bar that'll fit inside of this. So I need to get a like 3/8 inch shank boring bar or smaller and try to get in there and machine those threads off. This is a 1/16 under 5/8, so by the time you take the threads off, it should be about right to go to 5/8. If it's not, I can go to a different one. I've also got some steel stock. This is just, 30-cent bolt. So, but yeah, anyway, I've been kind of getting comfortable with this guy. I've made quite a bit of chips. I did a bunch of drilling of brass, which I was very disappointed in. Kind of proud of this guy. That's a itty-bitty little blued chip, so I was getting right at the edge of what I should be cutting with this, I think. These are grade 3 bolts, so they're not super hard or anything, but yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.